You're in tune to 88.5 WVOF in Fairfield. This is Joe Kelley and the Upper Room, Mondays 4 to 8 p.m. And as we have been talking about all week long, we are pleased to be joined by one of the top musicians in this music business. She recently released a solo CD to rave reviews. It's called Intellipop. And check out this roster of people she has worked with. She's worked with Prince, Sheila E., Kat Dyson, Mike Scott, Claude DeBow, and Joanne Bloom, amongst many others. And we are definitely going to say hello and welcome to the Upper Room, Miss Rhonda Smith. How you doing, Rhonda?
I am doing great, Joe. How are you?
I'm pretty good, and thanks for taking your time out of your busy schedule.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Now, Intellipop, you got the solo CD out, and it's great, of jazz, funk, pop, a little bit of everything, right? What made you make the decision to go ahead with it?
Well, took a break from working with Prince. We had been doing that for quite a while, being on the road, that is. And I always wanted to do something, put a little bit more bass up in your face, and up in my face, have a little opportunity to do that. So this is what this represented. And I was glad to do it, and I had a nice little break time to put it together.
Now, I'm not a musician by trade. I just do radio, but I wanted to ask you about the songwriting process and using the bass as the key instrument. What goes, into the process of writing a song with the bass right up front?
Well, I think it's different things. A lot of the times, I have used the bass like a guitar, where I'm chording on it and just using the bass in a voice. Like on one of the tunes that's on this record, it's called Mother Earth, is a perfect example of that. I use the bass like an acoustic guitar, so I really did write, a few songs basically around a vocal melody, and either using the bass as chording or from the bottom. I usually start from the bottom.
And it looks like Mother Earth is a key song to this record. I mean, you put the lyrics right into the inside of the CD, right? I
did, yeah. It's a very spiritual song. I like it in a lot of different ways, but it has a special meaning. And
okay.
It talks about some powerful things. And I thought that it was some lyrics that were worth checking out.
Did you want to go into some of the topics in it?
It just deals with issues in life of where people really see beauty and value and some of the ironies that are out there. It's just speaking a little bit about, being a woman in society and being able to, bear children and bring things to the earth, and some of the treatments that some women get back that are kind of ironic and not right, So
yeah.
Just basically what it's about. Mother Earth, you got to treat her right.
And we have to remind that listeners can go to Rhonda Smith's website. It's www.rhondasmith.com for all the latest info. In fact, the complete lyrics, I believe, are on there too, right? That's
true. Not all of them. I have a few of them which I prefer to rotate every couple of months or so.
I gotta give you props on the bass strings up on there. Pretty innovative thing there. Yeah.
It's fun, and I have some very great web designers and people working with me who have great ideas. Like Steve Parks from What Design.
And he also designed the cover and the photos within your CD, right?
Yes, with a lot of help again from What Design.
Oh, okay.
Been working with Steve Parks, who does a lot of stuff for Prince also. A lot of covers with him.
Yeah,
I've been working with him for quite a few years, and we're all family.
They did a nice write-up on him, I believe, Minnesota newspaper a few weeks ago.
I'm not surprised.
Right.
It's about time. He's great. He's great, and a new father too. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now you're an independent artist. Slow Wine Music is the production, right?
Yes, sir.
And why don't you talk a bit about, the pitfalls of going solo and some of the rewards on getting word out that you have a new CD and music to be heard.
If people don't know that you have something, obviously, it's very hard and next to impossible to get it out on a large scale. I happen to be fortunate, again, to have been part of that family so that we can kind of interlock everything together, which is really lucky. At this point right now, I prefer to stay independent so that I can have the freedom to play with who I like to play with and do whatever other projects I'd like to do for the moment. That's a big question. That's a big question, Joe. I don't know where to hit that one from.
Now, how about marketing? I know you have some ideas that you're going to get the word out. Besides on the internet, upcoming shows that you're gonna?
I have some upcoming shows. I have an article. They just did a review in Bass Player magazine for October 2000, which was really nice. I have another article coming out in November, Bass Player magazine. I've got the cover of Basics magazine coming out next month with an article, and it's also got some transcriptions and things that bass players can check out from one of the tunes that are on the record. So we're getting ready to do a little barrage of stuff which is coming out. But one way that I like to do it was from the trade area, because that's how I started as a bass player, more than just per se an artist. So things like Bass Player magazine and string companies and companies that I endorse in that type of field help to do a lot of the promotion for me. But if I wasn't part of that industry already, it might have been difficult for them to have the interest to want to do it. You know what I mean?
Definitely, interested in talking about, the basses that you played on this CD. Quite a varied amount, and you said you were able to do that on a solo CD. Anything that you got your eyes on that you want to pick up? Some new gear?
Always looking for some different delays. I was just talking to a friend of mine about finding processing that doesn't affect your signal. And techs usually know a lot about that. So I'm always looking for that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I speak very highly right now of the Dunlop wah-wah pedal. It's great. Jim Dunlop did a great job on it. But actually, I've been getting into, I have a new Vector bass that I used on that record. It's an electric acoustic upright, like an upright bass, fully acoustic, but without the body. It's made out of maple and ebony. And surprisingly enough, I'll just give you a little here. I'm using a lot of that with Prince now. Probably maybe 60% of the show is on that instrument. I play it with a bow too, so we're going into some different areas.
And
And also I got to use it on that record, so I've really been getting into that thing a lot. It's because it's a completely different idiom.
So your most current shows that are coming up, how many basses are you going to travel with, do you think?
Right now, I'd probably say 3. I will take my acoustic with me. I'll take one electric, fretted, and I'll probably take a piccolo bass.
Mm-hmm.
That's light. That's light traveling for me.
You get the upright back?
I'm sorry?
Did you ever pick up an upright again?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
The acoustic upright that I have.
Okay.
It's an upright. It is an acoustic upright.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be real nice mix on stage with Prince and company.
It's very warm. It's fatter. It's smoother. It's different. I think you'll like it. I do.
You let Prince play it at all?
Play that one?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Uh-huh.
Anybody can. Sure, not a problem. There's just no marks on it. So,
right.
It's kind of tricky sometimes. It's a different thing. It's all about technique for being able to have intonation with these types of instruments.
Now, we're going to get into playing a song off Intellipop, and I think we're going to start off with the kickoff track, Intellipop, self-titled. Real funky. You got Mike Scott and Bob Baldwin on it.
Mm-hmm. And I have Mike Scott,
Yeah. what he's been touring a little overseas, right?
He has been. He's been in Japan, actually. We ran into quite a few people, and John Blackwell, actually, who's the drummer with Prince right now. He was also with Mike in the same band, and they were playing, I forgot the name of the artist, but it was a Japanese artist, a young girl that they were playing with. And I was over there touring with Sheila E. and the Fifth Element at the same time. So our hotels were about 5 minutes down the street from each other, and it was lovely. We were just hanging out. It's great to go that far on the other side of the world and run into people that you know and love.
And it just brought you back up to Minneapolis again, and working with some great musicians as always. When you were working on Intellipop, and this is the kickoff track, what made you decide to go with this one as starting things off?
Good question, Joe. You're just full of good questions. I wanted to start with something instrumental. That tune actually, before it got edited down to the end, did have a little bit more talking vocal in it, which was saying actually the title, ITP, but we chose to take it out in the end. I wanted to start with something that was a mix between a vocal tune and an instrumental tune to try to give a little bit of a taste of what the record was about. I felt that if I started with a vocal tune or something completely off for the first tune, people might not get the picture, because it's not a vocal album. Even though there are some instances where I'm using the voice as an instrument also. It's not really a 100% vocal album, or an instrumental album for that matter.
And it's a great mix, and you're going to hear the bass up front. We'll get into it right now. This is Intellipop ITP, Rhonda Smith, and Rhonda's going to join us after this. This is 88.5 WVOF in Fairfield. And that was ITP from Rhonda Smith and her standout CD called Intellipop. And you can go to www.rhondasmith.com for all the latest info on Rhonda Smith. And she's very gracious and has links to her musical friends and all the things they're doing as well. Rhonda, how you doing?
I am doing great.
Yeah. I wanted to go back a few years, and talk about your roots up in Nova Scotia and Montreal. Beautiful place. You were born in Nova Scotia, right?
I was, but I really couldn't tell you much about that town. I think I moved when I was a year and a half. So.
Oh, okay. So you got out of town fast.
You know.
Uh-huh. Now, Montreal, great city, and you have a mix of the European culture and English, and you work with some top-notch people there, Claude Dubois being one of them, right?
Yes, and actually, I'm not trying to crack you on your accent, but actually that's pronounced Claude Dubois.
See, that's a good thing.
Yeah, well, you never know, right?
I hear it all the time from my girlfriend. She's French-Canadian, so, I'm used to it. So, what was it like getting into that scene? I know you started formal training at McGill, kind of like the Ivy League Yale of Montreal, right?
Yeah, and actually my brother teaches there also.
Evan, right?
No, actually, Chris.
Chris, okay.
My oldest brother, he teaches jazz composition.
Okay.
There, so, we were all kind of thrown into that gleefully at a young age into that environment. So I definitely went up in those ranks. Being schooled and, spending the summers with the orchestra and doing the marching bands and doing the garage bands, after school when I had the time, playing Hendrix.
Oh, what were you listening? Yeah, you were listening to a whole bunch of stuff back then?
All kinds of stuff. Canada, of course, is a little bit different was a lot different from the United States, especially, 10 years ago, what they were listening to. There wasn't as much R&B, if you can even still call it that these days, around at that time. So it was a little bit more rock and roll based. More Stones, more Hendrix, more Yes, more Rush, Mahogany Rush, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd. Those types of influences were a little bit more available.
Now, I know James Brown came to town at one point.
Probably many times.
Yeah, many times. Barry White.
Yeah, Montreal is a good venue. Actually, that's the first place that I saw Prince at, was at the Forum.
Oh, okay.
Montreal.
Back in, I think it was 93?
I think you're right.
Right. On the Act 1 tour, yeah.
Exactly.
So, actually, one of my favorite artists out of there is Luck Marvel. I don't know if you ran into some of his stuff.
Actually, I do know him.
Mm-hmm.
We're not real tight.
Okay.
But I do know of him. I've met him a few times.
Right.
We've done some TV shows together. And I didn't know if he was still doing stuff.
Oh, what he did was, he had the band Rude Luck.
Right.
And then he went over starring in...
He won an award somewhere, I can't remember.
Yeah, Notre Dame de Paris.
Okay.
So he was working on that. Now, how about another person you work with out there? Okay, you got to help me with the French. Joanne Blouin? See, this is French
You're
lesson.
a trooper, Joe. Joanne Blouin.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a whole different thing.
Uh-huh.
But you're close enough. She's another example, like Claude. But actually, I talk about Claude. He is like an institution in Quebec. He's one of the premier artists. He has had 20 albums out,
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to the United States, people are like, who's that? Just in that particular market, he does very well. It's the same type of thing. If he walked out on the street, he's readily recognized there. But if you cross the borders, because of the differences in the language, no one knows who he is. So a lot of those artists that I played with there were top in that field, and they can readily go to Paris or go to certain parts of Europe, but they really have no market in the United States.
I guess that's a shame, though. But
It is,
yeah.
and I think it is because of the language barrier, because of singing in another language. Now, Celine Dion was from Montreal also, but she was one of the few who's been lucky enough to not have the language thing be an issue and switch to English and do very, very well, obviously.
And what you did was you were working out in L.A. with your good friend Kat Dyson for a little bit. And,
I was.
And you went to the NAMM convention, and things started working out, running into Sheila E., right?
That's exactly what happened. You know, those NAMM shows are great things when you want to meet people, and you have things, and you want to see what's going on, especially for Canadians. We don't have trade shows of that magnitude, I don't believe. We didn't have them when I lived there. And it really made a change for what was what I was able to do later.
And a couple of talented musicians, Sheila E. and Kat Dyson, and yourself. You can't go wrong having you in a band.
There are some great ladies, some great players. Sheila's great,
With about Fifth Element, you went over to Japan, right? That's one of Sheila's many ensembles, right? Well,
yes, we did, and actually we played the song that you just played. We play that in the show.
Oh, okay.
ITP is one of the opening songs that we come out with.
Oh, that's got to get the crowd going.
Yeah, it's fun, and I play on piccolo. The band does a great job of it. It's a fun band because we all get to play whoever's got records out or what we want to play, basically. We play a couple tunes from each person, so it's great.
Now, are you on Sheila's Rites of Passage?
Actually, that record was done before I started playing with Sheila. So, no, unfortunately, I am not on it. That is another great bass player, Mark, I can't remember his last name, Vander Hooken or something like this.
Okay.
And if you speak that language, you can correct my pronunciation, please.
Maybe Spanish and English, that's about all.
He's on that, but we actually played some of the Rites of Passage tunes in the show.
Ah, okay. So Sheila's, I heard she's got like 4 or 5 bands.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you got it like that.
Right.
You just can't contain yourself. And people will not give you time to take a break. They want to hear you play. And she's amazing to watch, and hear. She just illuminates. It's amazing.
Okay, Rhonda, you know what we're going to do? We're going to play a track with from your Intellipop right now, which kind of segued right up to Sheila E. appearing on it. It's called Life.
Ah.
And you're playing a little keyboards on it as well, right?
I dabble a little bit here and there, Joe.
Uh-huh. What kind of keyboards you work with?
Well, they're basically just synths, but I can't remember at what point that one was. It's a controller going through a rack of stuff.
Uh-huh.
So most probably, I probably started just with the chords on that tune for the main piano track. They probably got changed. The sound probably got changed along the way, but maybe, little colors or something like that. But when I am home, I like to work in my home studio. Mess around a little bit on keyboards.
Is this where most of the album was recorded?
Yes, actually, all of the pre-prod was done, and then I did take a break to go down to Atlanta, Georgia, to get a lot of overdubs done on it because I was using Digital Performer. So I had a great time in the Dirty South.
In the Dirty South, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Some great players down there, too.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Okay, well, we're going to check it out right now. This is Life, featuring the great sounds on voice and also plenty of bass on this and keyboards. She's working with a talented ensemble on this track. We've got Bob Baldwin, Lil John Roberts. I've never heard of him. Who's Lil John Roberts?
Oh, let me school you. He is a fantastic drummer. Actually, right now, he's with Lucy Pearl.
Oh, okay.
He was with Janet Jackson. George Duke, a bunch, almost everybody.
So he's a serious guy, yeah.
He is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And Sheila E., of course, is on it. Latrice Bush on backing voice, and Joey Somerville, and lest I forget, Mr. Eric Essex on guitar as well. Mm-hmm. This is Rhonda Smith from her CD Intellipop, Life. With Joe Kelley in the upper room. We'll come back and talk a little more with Rhonda Smith. And we are back here, Joe Kelley in the upper room on 88.5 WVOF, and that is Rhonda Smith's Life. And this is just a great CD. Great mix of tracks, Rhonda, and I want to thank you for your generosity in giving us this music and all this time.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
My pleasure, Joe, definitely. I would never leave you guys out.
and we're going to get into a little later on. We'll have to speak a little more, and then we'll play a couple tracks going out from Intellipop. We touched bases on, you going out to L.A., and I guess the cliche word is networking with great musicians, and you made your way out to Minneapolis with the assistance of Sheila E., right?
That's correct.
Okay. So, your style before, was it different as far as what Prince was doing at the time and maybe still is?
I like to hope that I'm ever evolving, and
Okay.
constantly learning new things. So there's no question that I learned a lot when I have been with him, and learned a lot of the things that he likes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what makes you part of his band. Like I would probably influence maybe some band members, some stuff that I wouldn't want to listen to if it was my band.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to kind of look at it like that. Yeah, I've learned a lot.
And I think from all the comments I've seen him in interviews, he's really appreciative of what you brought to the band. He's
and
always...
I am appreciative of him, most definitely, for giving me the opportunity. But I think it's funny because I came from such a far place, that we were supposed to meet at some point in time. And I think that's really cool.
Now,
I got that opportunity.
I got to say much props to the bass that you played on the track with New Power Soul, The One. What was going on in that track in the studio?
A lot of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good vibes. That is like the tune that I did on Shaka Khan's record, same type of thing. Whenever I get to play fretless on a record and get to have a lot of motion with it, it's a wonderful thing too. Because you have to have the room, you have to have the space in the music, in the song, in the production to be able to appreciate the instrument, because it's a different type of instrument. And man, I had a lot of fun on that. I play that with my MTD 6-string, and I love fretless bass. It's a little bit of a different vibe, but again, we don't always get the opportunity to play this instrument all over the place and to have it be heard, because it's a little different.
Now, is it more challenging to play fretless?
I don't know if it's more challenging. It's different. Intonation is an issue, because it's like life. There's no frets, so therefore there's no boundaries. You can go wherever you want to go, but there are boundaries if you're, playing a style of music or playing something that requires you to have boundaries and requires you to play in tune or have a particular intonation. I mean, you can do quarter tones, you can get all in between, anything in it, but there's no lines, there's no boundaries. So it's a little bit more challenging as far as that's concerned. And you play a little bit differently. It's a little bit more personal, because your fingertips are really where the sound comes from. A little bit more than playing against the metal of the frets. If you can understand what I'm saying. Did I explain myself properly?
No, I'm definitely fond. I always love having musicians come on, and I'm a wannabe musician, so it's great to listen to what's going behind playing an instrument and recording and performing. So, thank you. Now, how about it must be something up at Paisley Park when accomplished bassists like yourself and of course Larry Graham and Prince get together. Do you ever three just go off playing the bass?
I think we probably have had an instance or two of that, and it's a wonderful thing, because I have always been a fan of Larry Graham, and just like Prince, for me to finally meet him was an amazing thing as a bass player, because he is one of the best, and he's great. He's the best at what he does, and he's an institution, and more people need to know about him. If you don't know who Larry Graham is, you need to, because he was doing, and is still doing, some amazing, amazing things. He has great songs. I love his stuff. I love his whole catalog. And there's nothing greater for a bass player if they want to learn how to slap or to play that type of style, to really get into and really hear what he's doing. Because there's a difference between hearing and thinking that you understand what someone's playing, and then when you actually see them play it. There's ways that people mix bass and drum together where sometimes when the listener are listening to it, you're confusing some of those kick notes for actually the bass part, and it's not. Sometimes it is the kick. And sometimes there's situations where the part is not as complicated as you might think that it is. So it's really valuable when you can actually watch players like that you respect, sitting down and playing, something like Hair or Jam or whatever right in front of you. So you can really see what the part is. It's amazing.
So you must have a big CD collection, right? Record collection?
You know it.
Uh-huh. Who'd you pick up lately? Anybody?
Who did I pick up lately? Christian McBride, one of my bass playing buddies.
Uh-huh.
His new record is fantastic.
Okay.
He's like, I can't say the new Ray Brown, because Ray Brown is still here.
Mm-hmm.
But he is one of the premier up-and-coming acoustic bass players. You need to get him on your show.
I'll definitely jot that down and go for that.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
I was listening to Cindy Blackman's new record.
Right. She did a few dates out in New York with her. Is it a quartet or quintet?
I think it is. I could be wrong because I didn't have a chance to see them yet, so I am not sure. But another buddy of mine, bass player from Montreal, as a matter of fact, George Mitchell,
Okay.
plays bass with her. He's another great acoustic bass player. So, I've been kind of dabbling a little bit that way.
How's the comrades from USEP, right? Elaine? Yeah.
I have not been in touch with Elling, but I would suspect that he's doing great.
Yeah.
We don't keep a lot of contact. We usually run into each other at the NAMM shows every year because we're both just like running all over the place. But I would suspect that he is doing marvelously well.
Now, we made mention that you've been doing work back up in Minneapolis, and you made your way back up there. How is it? What's been going on, if you can talk a bit about it, and how is it after maybe taking a year or two break from things up there?
It's cold. No, I'm kidding. I'm talking about the weather.
Oh, right.
It's nice, John Blackwell's a new drummer. I'm really digging playing with him. He's a very, very energetic guy. Great player, great chops, great tempo. Playing some different material that we haven't played before, that I have never played before. So it's nice. It's a different size group. We're getting a little bit more into real instruments and real voices, so it's fun. That's about as far as I'm going to go.
And you got more. You check out MPG Online Ltd. to get all the recaps on the late night parties and jams.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah, and get the real story. But it is good to see Morris is still there, and
Morris is great, and he does a bang up of a job.
Yeah.
There's a super talented guy. You think he was an octopus. You think he would have 8 arms.
Right.
All the stuff that he does. And he should be a comedian.
Oh, yeah. I've seen, I caught you on, I think it was BET. That was a trip.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, but I guess, how's Prince as far as dancing and playing guitar, Still doing it?
Hey, he's always number one.
Still doing it up, right?
One of the best entertainers
out
there. I don't know of that many people who put on a show like this guy does.
Right.
I will always say the same thing about him.
So,
hats off to him.
Hats off to him. He's given us such great music, and
it's
good.
Thing.
And it's good to see you guys collaborating on new tracks and just jamming away.
Yeah, it's always fun. It's always fun, Joe. I tell you, it's a very blessed and great musical place to be.
So I know the fans out there, we're going to hope whatever's coming out of Minneapolis is going to hit our town. Well, I guess we'll keep you posted here on the Upper Room, the latest. And,
totally, and we love that support, and we can't wait to see everybody again.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun.
And it's going to be funky, right?
Yeah, it's got to be funky.
Yeah, as James would say. Yeah. Well, Kat, excuse me, I called you Kat. What am I saying?
Yeah, you have to write that now.
No, Kat's a nice lady, so. But, yeah, Rhonda Smith has been our special guest here on the Upper Room with Joe Kelley, and we just want to wish you continued success, and, you're going to get support from our show and our station. In fact, I know another DJ who has been playing your CD. I forgot to mention that to you.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Joe.
So
we appreciate what you do so much.
And we're going to get some people hitting up the website and ordering directly from you. And also,
lovely. I'll let them know that they can also order from Amazon.com. But you want the one from me because I can autograph it.
Yeah,
they can.
Rhonda can autograph it, and it's more personal that way. So, RhondaSmith.com is the website for all information, and we're going to go out with a couple tracks from Intellipop, which was recorded. You recorded over a span of a few years, or just within a year?
No, I did over a span of a year.
Okay. Now we'll go out with, we talked briefly about Mother Earth, which is, the lyrics are very intense on there, something to think about. You're working with Joey Somerville and David Da Vinci, right?
Yeah.
See, those names are easy. Yeah.
I know, and they're so easy guys to work with, great people. Had such great energy from people. I want to take that moment to thank everybody for their input. That was definitely invaluable.
And I think we'll go out with a double dose of Rhonda Smith, calling to say goodbye. And you're playing, you did a little drum programming on that too, right?
A little bit, like I said, a girl has to have her fun.
Right. and that's a really nice up-tempo cut,
Thank you. I had a lot of fun with that one. There's a lot of, you might have to turn the low end down on that one. It's really booming, having fun with it.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
We'll turn it up.
Okay.
So how about this record? It's meant to be turned up loud. Check it out.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. That's what I noticed with your record and Prince's records. When you turn it up, it takes it to another level. So
there you go.
Yeah.
There's also some stuff, believe it or not, that'll relax you on there.
Sure.
Some smooth you out stuff. Just sit back, light some candles,
Yeah.
and just smooth out after a hard day. There's nothing wrong with that.
Tracks like Say and Midnight.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Rhonda, I got to thank you so much, and, you're always welcome. Open invitation to pop by the Upper Room.
Thank you, Joe. Much love to you, and I'm going to take you up on that.
Yeah, and if you're on the Northeast here, right on the coast here, Connecticut, you can stop by and say hello to the listeners anytime.
Well, you know what? I think, like I said, I'm going to take you up on that, so you will be surprised.
Okay.
I will.
I'm taking you up on it.
Love to come and see you. Thanks so much for your support.
Okay, everybody. Rhonda Smith, Intellipop, very talented bass player and a great person. This is 88.5 WVOF, The Upper Room with Joe Kelley.